Hello, ni mo se fún yín o. Mo bi nǹkan tó lọ fún bàbá mi láyé kò bàbá mi ò tí ì yọ̀ǹda mẹ́sàn fún mi ńbẹ̀ ó kọ̀ mí ju bàbá mi lọ. Bo àti bo lọ sí bàbá mi. Ojúmọ́ òní mọ́ kọ́ mọ́ da ọkọ̀ mi ńbẹ̀ kan àìdá kẹsàn-án dáadáa tàbí kẹsàn-án burúkú ẹ̀ sàásọ̀ kan omi lọ́lọ́run fún. Bí n bá sì kú lè gbà ṣe mi ṣe. Ọlọ́run ni mo se fún yín o. Gbogbo nǹkan tó lọ fún bàbá mi láyé kò bàbá mi ò tí ì yọ̀ǹda mẹ́sàn fún mi ńbẹ̀ ó kọ̀ mí ju bàbá mi lọ. Bo àti bo lọ sí bàbá mi. Ojúmọ́ òní kọ́ mọ́ da ọkọ̀ mi kan àìdá kẹsàn-án dáadáa tàbí kẹsàn-án burúkú ẹ̀ sàásọ̀ kan omi lọ́lọ́run fún. Bí n bá sì kú lè gbà ṣe mi ṣe.
Wọ́n ní pé ènìyàn ṣe bí Ọlọ́run ọba wọ́n ní kò lè pọ̀ sí ibù àmọ́ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ bàbá bá mi ṣe wọ́n ní bí ó ṣe àwọn ìgbẹ́ kò lè pọ̀ sí ibù. Wọ́n ní pé ènìyàn.
Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Let's start with this.
None of you can deny that what I'm saying is the truth. You know it's the truth. But either you won't write it or you're too cowardly to speak it because you want some favor here or favor there. So because you can't talk, you are muzzled. I'm not. I'm a free black man. And I didn't come here looking for a handout. And I really don't think you need one. Your problem is that you think you need a handout. Everything you need is right under your foot, but you're looking everywhere else for help instead of to yourself and what you can produce for yourself. This is Africa's dilemma. You are parading yourself before the world as international beggars when you give civilization to the world. Your problem is not America. Your problem is not Israel. Your problem is not Britain. Your problem is your disunity and your dependence on others to do for you what you could do for yourself. So I don't have to come back here anymore to help you. The help is already here. The knowledge is already here. The land is here. The sun is here. The water is here. The minerals are here. You have some of the finest minds in the world. They're in Europe and they're in America making money while Africa suffers. Why don't we create politically stable environment and call the children of Africa back home to help build Africa? We are your children. And we will come and help. But don't expect us to come with billions of dollars when we don't have it. We're struggling in America. But you got it all right here under your foot. And you should be ashamed not to look to yourself, begging white folk to give you what you could give yourself. What I said today, which one of these countries is going to give you $20 million? America's not going to give you $20 million. You got it right here, but your disunity won't allow you to pool it. It's your fault. And you got to accept that responsibility. That is why my message is atonement, reconciliation, and responsibility. We got to stop blaming everything on somebody else and see what's our responsibility here. None of you can deny that what I'm saying is the truth.
And happy Friday as we are kicking into the program. Please share it and let us enlighten and educate us from the message, from the hope, through the leader of the Yoruba self-determination, Professor Banji Akintoye. And please do not mix the program together. This is not a platform that respects Nigeria. This is a platform that doesn't respect anything called Nigeria. So if you're one of those bastards that comes on this platform and you're trying to change our mind about Nigeria, I'm going to curse you. I'm going to curse your father. I'm going to curse your mother. So you are better off not to sit here. Nigeria. If you try to put a comment there, I'll read it. There's so many platforms that talk about how to fix Nigeria. Go and join those platforms. But one thing is, the Yoruba people will come out of Nigeria. It is only that we are still playing a little bit of the devil advocate. And all that. That's the reason why we're still where we are. But one thing I always appreciate is that the world itself is preparing whether Iran will attack Israel. And I love when I see those kind of news because it gives me the kind of energy that I need every day. 2 weeks ago, precisely now, Israel attacked Syria. And if that all attack Syria, embassy Iran law attack. Wokpa èèyàn méje or maybe mewa, I don't know. And the building was destroyed. America ti wá sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá. Kí la America sọ? America ní Iran ti ń prepare láti attack padà. Ó wá mọ̀ tó ṣe. Wọ́n wá gbé Secretary of State Anthony Blinken ló ń porúkọ ẹ̀. Wọ́n gbé lọ sí 4 region nílẹ̀ Arab lọ́hùn just to try to dose the tension. The same 4 people tó rí, the same foreign minister Iran, òun náà rí the same 4 tí Joe Anthony Blinken náà rí. The question tó wá ń béèrè ni pé, do you think that there will still be an attack by Iran, either directly or wọ́n máa ń pè kankan ní proxy? Àwọn tí attack nísìn, a ṣì ń defend ni. Nígbà tá bá ti jáde, tá bá ti attack, wọ́n máa pe gbogbo wa sórí table láti fi negotiate. But because ẹ fẹ́ attack, ẹ ń defend. Nígbà tẹ́ bá wá ń defend yẹn, wọ́n attack yín mọ́lé, ìyẹn ló ṣe ń pa púpọ̀ nù yín ní Nàìjíríà. Ọlọ́pàá máa pa yín, sójà máa pa yín, economy máa pa yín, security máa pa yín, medical máa pa yín. So many things will kill you before you are 52 years old. Tó bá wá lucky, tó bá di 52, that means pé you are one of those safe people to rescue kúrò nínú problem Nigeria. Tó bá rò pé problem Nigeria máa tán lọ́la, bóyá Tinubu máa fix it. Tinubu doesn't have the capacity to fix Nigeria. So don't waste your energy, don't waste your time trying to think that Tinubu will come and fix Nigeria. So let's start the program slowly and slowly. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, and I appreciate many of you that have joined and many of you that will watch the program in the long run. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. I am not new to any one of you. After 3 years, at least you know where I stand. Bó bá ń wẹ̀, kò jẹ́ káwọn Nollywood kó sọ fún ẹ pé àwọn fix in Nigeria. You can see what has happened in the last couple of days. Do I pity anybody? No. People die every day around the world. But if you're still one of those promoting Nigeria, you are likely to die promoting that unity. Tí kò ní wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Because we are not going to unite. Kò sí bí àwa tí Igbo ṣe máa unite. Kò sí bí àwa tí Hausa ṣe máa unite. Nobody is going to unite. So if you are still thinking that one day there will be one unity, okay? That there will be one unity, you are crazy. Orí ò pé. Torí bàbá ẹ bá pé bàbá ẹ gan sọ fún ẹ pé Nàìjíríà máa dá. Bàbá ẹ mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò ní dá, but kò sọ fún ẹ. Èmi ni mo lè tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láti sọ fún ẹ torí bàbá ẹ ò ní balls. Mo ní ránṣẹ́ sí ìyá ẹ, but bàbá ẹ tó jọkùnrin bíi tèmi kò ní balls láti sọ fún ẹ pé Nàìjíríà ò ní dá. Because our great grandfather tí wọ́n náà sọ the same thing. Now, interfaith treat nírọ̀lẹ́ ká tó máa wọnú ètò àti wọnú ètò. In case tó bá ti mọ̀ kí n kò gbé sí ẹ létí. The headline was out yesterday. Tí mo mọ̀ pé kí n ka paper, ẹ ti wà stressed out nínú Nigeria. So most of you don't have the time to read the newspaper. Púpọ̀ yín fi jápa. Mo máa ń sọ I don't do visa. But lọ sórí gov.uk. Oríṣiríṣi visa wọ́n tó sínú bẹ̀. Èyí tó bá lè rí láti fi wọlé. I don't know about that. But ó wà níbẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi list of visa. Má pè mí lẹ́yìn. Bàbá Koiki mo ní owó láti ṣe visa. Èmi gan ní family mi tí mo fi kó wá tọ́ ìtì fún ní visa. So tó bá dẹ̀ lọ́mọ kan tó ń sọ fún ẹ pé Koiki lòun bá ṣiṣẹ́ ó máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe visa. Tó bá ti sanwó agent, ó sanwó ọmọgọ̀ nìyẹn. Ojú mi dáadáa, mo ń ṣe visa agent. Àwọn ọmọ 23, 24, àwọn ọmọ tó ti pé 30 years old. Tọ́ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé, wọ́n ti wà ní club nísìnyí, wọ́n ti ń lọ sí club báyìí. Àwọn ló ń make a decision lórí ilé ayé wa nígbà tá a bá ti apply fún visa. Wọ́n máa ń wò báyìí, which country? Èyí tó bá ń lo glasses, á gbé glasses ẹ̀ sójú báyìí. Nàìjíríà náà fi jápa. Àwa wo document ẹ̀, ṣolúwọlé ni, ṣé authentic ni, ṣé original ni. Sórí èyí tó bá wá lù ẹ́, tó bá stamp ẹ̀, kò ń ṣe pastor ẹ̀, kò ń ṣe imam, kò ń ṣe babaláwo. Ó kàn ń ohun ọmọ yẹn kó stamp ẹ̀. Bó bá gbé passport ẹ̀ lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ àfà kó ṣàdúrà lé lórí, kò guarantee visa o. Document ẹ̀ ó gbọ́dọ̀ pé dáadáa. Tó bá jẹ́ pé student wá gbogbo university báwọn sọ̀rọ̀, ó need anybody. Communicate pẹ̀lú wọn, ṣàgbọ́yìnbó. Kọ lẹ́tà sí wọn, email. I want to come and study. What is the process? Wá send it here, wá kà. Tó bá ti wá ní 53 million, kò wá ń ṣe gbogbo owó yẹn lọ máa ń gbà lẹ́ǹkan náà. Ẹ̀ máa ń gbà díẹ̀díẹ̀. Máa ń gbà díẹ̀díẹ̀. Wá communicate pẹ̀lú wọn. Oh, need agent. Okay? Ìyẹn mi pa àwọn agent ò ní ṣiṣẹ́. So torí ẹ̀ tí ẹ ti ń send message pé ẹ fẹ́ japa. Yes, tó bá lè japa. But tí gbogbo bá wá japa, àwa kan ṣì padà lọ lé. A sì máa fa ìntòní tán lẹ̀. Torí tá à ń fà ẹ́, in tá à ń fà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, a máa fà débi pé àtàkà méjì wọ́n máa gbára wọn lórí field. Ó ṣáà wo Champions League, èmi náà wò ó. Torí bí Arsenal àti àwọn lọ́jọ́ play àti Man U àti Real Madrid, Arsenal ti kìíní ọdún àgbẹ̀ Barcelona win lánàá. Torí pé wọ́n máa ń gbára wọn lẹ́sẹ̀. Àwọn ìtì gbára wa lẹ́sẹ̀ torí pé òmùgọ̀ ni wá, òmùgọ̀. Fúlàní ń gbá wa lẹ́sẹ̀, wọ́n ń gbá wa lẹ́sẹ̀, wọ́n ń gbá wa lẹ́sẹ̀. Àwa wá lọ ń complain fún referee pé wọ́n ń gbá wa lẹ́sẹ̀ torí pé orí wọn ò pé. Torí wa bá pé ni ẹni tó bá gbá lẹ́sẹ̀, ìwọ náà máa gbá lẹ́sẹ̀ padà. Referee wá fẹ́ méjèèjì ní red card, ẹ̀ sá kúrò lórí pitch, bomb bastard. A ṣe ń wọnú ètò lọ ni. Aago 5 àbọ̀ ló ṣẹ̀lù. Weather ti da díẹ̀, a ti wà ní ibi tá lè ṣígẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Pẹ̀lú àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣígẹ̀ sílẹ̀, tó yá bá ṣígẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Ẹ fẹ́ wo bí a mo ní gbẹ́rẹ́ lára. Bóyá wọ́n gbé nǹkan kan sí mi nígbà àyà, ẹ̀yin bomb bastard, kò ní da fún bàbá ẹ̀. Ìgbòho mo kí ẹ níbi tó bá wà, mo kí bàbá Akintoye. A ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ wọnú ètò ni. Bàbá dẹ̀ máa wọnú ètò, ó ní bá ṣe máa ń wọlé. wà wá wọlé báyìí pẹ̀lú kíni pẹ̀lú ti Koikimedia farabalẹ̀ tó bá ní data lọ ra data èmi kọ́ ni problem Nigeria èmi kọ́ mo create Nigeria problem okay.
Koikimedia, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koikimedia, 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 we bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia, Koikimedia. Koikimedia, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Àwọn sálárà àgbáyédá, àwọn ló láṣà àti èdè. Dídídé lárugẹ nílẹ̀ ojú ọ̀rọ̀, àwa gangan ni bàbá. Koikimedia, Koikimedia, Koikimedia. Closer to your doorstep. They never sabi wetin we carry for her, but we dey move closer before them to sabi. I said they never know wetin we carry for body, but we dey move closer before them to sabi. Ọ̀kìn lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, ìníhùn ló lájú. Ẹyẹ tó dorí kodò bí àdó, ọ̀pẹ̀gbẹ̀ lẹ́nu. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa. Ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè tó dúdú àga. Òdúdú wa tó bá lè gbé wa. Ọmọ òdúdú wa ṣe kiri. Ẹni dé fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀. Ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé. Gbélé ilé rí. Àwa lè ká oko ilé wa. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé. Ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni mọ̀lẹ́ tí yóò tàn káàkiri. Ìyàwó dúdú wà ní wá. Koikimedia, àwa lágbé tó lárugẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó ìwà máa ní. Kásá. Ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wà kájé gbúgbà yín jẹ. Ètò tó gbójú owó ìwà máa ní. Àgbé tó lárugẹ, àgbà.
Ọmọ ńlá. Ètò tó gbójú owó. Àwọn kíkan tó báyìí tó bá forí lálẹ́ ẹ̀sìn máa dé.
Transport ẹ máa rí bọ́. Ètò tó gbójú owó tiwa máa ní. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ló ní kí n máa ké kàtà. Koikimedia ọ̀rọ̀ látàkì mọ̀ mi.
Ọlọ́pàá ló lọ security. Ó yá ẹ lọ mú wọn, ẹ lọ mú àwọn ẹlẹ́wọ̀n.
Àgbàdùn rẹ̀ ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ṣé iná máa fi dìbò ọ̀bẹ mọ́lẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ nílò máa ń lè mádémádé. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ nílò máa wọ̀. Igbó máa wọ̀ gbàjọ́jì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ̀ á tẹ̀lé ní bọ́ra. Ẹ̀yin lọmọ náwó òyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó lé o, owó náà dẹ́tún pọ̀ sí o. Koikimedia sáwà ní bàbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àdáńtọ́, àtúpèrè gidi. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọgbọ́ o. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àtúnjà fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Ọmọ Òdùwà ni wá o. Tọkàntọkàn. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Ikú tó ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá yìí. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. We bring you one closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ o tó ń pọ̀ gbogbo lára ni. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Àgbèrè gèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ni bàbá o. Koikimedia,
Ọlọ́pàá tó yá káyà ọlọ́pàá.
ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá. Òjòjú alágbèdá ní òtítọ́ lágbèdá ní. Koikimedia, àwọn ni bàbá.
dalẹ̀ àfisọ́dí kẹta. Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá. Àdúró tán àtúnpẹ̀rẹ̀ kéde. Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá. Koikimedia we bring you one closer to your doorstep. Àwọn ní bàbá. Koikimedia is around to give us latest. Is around to give us latest. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. Koikimedia is around
To give us latest. Once again, a very good evening and welcome.
The cost of fuel has gone up.
Okay.
Food and other prices have followed it.
Okay.
Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways.
There's no other way.
But there's not.
There's not. There can never be any other way. A very good evening to my Biafra brothers and sisters. Shout out to the Ambazonia. Good evening to those of you in Wales that wants to be free. Good evening to those of you in Scotland that wants to be free. Good evening to Yoruba that wants to be free. And if you still want Nigeria, you're a bomb bastard because you don't understand what is the meaning of one Nigeria. Let's play the Yoruba anthem. This is the anthem that we have played for 3 years until one Mexican went to Ondo State and had to translate it to the Yoruba people, and they were so excited. Let's even listen to this before the anthem. Igbowo Oòṣà. Love is too much. The love is too much. Let's listen one more time. Love is too much. We're getting there. It's coming up to 5:30. Let's go to Iran. Let's go and find out whether that is going to happen or not. Once again, a very good evening and welcome. Please share the program and invite your friends and family to join us if they can. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. I am one of your campaigners for the right to self-determination. Self-determination is an inalienable right, and that right will be respected by the international community and likewise everyone that cares to know. Whether you agree or not, Nigeria has come to its expiration, but many of you do not want to accept.
Because the indications are
So what we're going to listen to now is the beginning of whether Iran will attack Israel. They refuse to listen to us. And that is the reason why the day táwa náà bá ti gba attack down, then it will mean that Muki Baba Lekiti, Ekro Leba, Ekusheta Kutakusa. Níjọ́ táwa náà bá ti attack, níjọ́ yẹn ni àgbáyé máa dá sí. Ìjà tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti Iran àti Israel tó bá ti bẹ́ sílẹ̀, which American try láti avoid because it's going to lead to a lot of things. Ó máa destabilize a lot of things. Bó ṣe ń destabilize ayé wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí a ṣe nǹkan kan sí. Níjọ́ táwa náà bá ti jọ gbá attack padà pẹ̀lú àwọn olórí burúkú tí wọ́n attack wa, then ó ṣeé ṣe kí federal government náà fẹ́ support wọn àbí kó má support. But in tí Baba Akintoye tó jáde nínú paper lánàá ta fi sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, òun ni Britain, tí wọ́n ń gbé ló ń pè ní Britain, okay? Britain, United Kingdom, Great Britain. Wọ́n merge Northern Protectorate àti Southern Protectorate ní 1914 láti fi finance ilẹ̀ Haúsá. So jẹ́ n ṣàlàyé fún ẹ ní Yorùbá tó ti bá sọ English ní sí ó máa ń dá wípé ìgbọ́n kan ti máa ń sọ. United Kingdom merge, wọ́n kó wa papọ̀ láti fi fund the North ní 1914. This is what Baba Akintoye wrote yesterday in the paper. Èmi àwa ṣàlàyé fún ẹ. But ká tó débẹ̀ yẹn, àmọ́ Yorùbá yìí Koiki kí la máa ṣe, Yorùbá nation yìí kò yé mi mọ́, kìnnìkan, Bàbá Lẹ́kìtì, ẹ kàn ń pariwo ni, ẹ kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Torí pé a sì ń gbá defend. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé defend ò fẹ́ lọ score ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀? Ìjọ ta bá ti rẹ́dì pa fẹ́ lọ score, wọ́n máa tákù wa, wọ́n máa gbá wa lẹ́sẹ̀, àwa náà máa gbá wọn lẹ́sẹ̀, a máa gé èèyàn kan máa gé wa, títí ta máa lọ fi score. But n tá à ń ṣe ní sí ni pé à ń gbá defense. Ó dá bá ṣe ń gbá defense yẹn, but sórí àwọn tó fẹ́ attack yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń gbá defense yẹn, wọ́n wọlé sí wa lára. Each time pangolo, ọmọ tó ń pè ní pangolo, wọ́n wá gbé pangolo, wọ́n gbélé Tinubu lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n gbé pangolo, wọ́n gbélé Tinubu lọ́wọ́. Tinubu wá rò pé bó ṣe gbé pangolo lé òun lọ́wọ́ yẹn, ó máa ṣe àṣeyọrí níbẹ̀. Àwọn òṣèpè kò má ṣàṣeyọrí. Bó ṣàṣeyọrí, Yorùbá máa lọ. Bó ṣàṣeyọrí, Yorùbá máa lọ. Torí pé Britain tó finance North, àdúrà tó ń gbà ni pé torí ìwọ máa lo lórí burúkú ọmọ Yorùbá olóṣè lórí burúkú bombasta tó ń gbé Nàìjíríà ni o. Torí má fara wá àwọn tó wà lábúrò, èmi àtàwọn tó wà lábúrò, wọn ò bí bàbá wọn dá kó sọ̀rọ̀ sí mi. A máa sọ̀rọ̀ síra wa padà. Bó torí ìwọ tó wà nílé tí à ń jẹ, tó wà nínú ìṣẹ́. O mọ tí mo jẹ ní kí tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ program yìí, mo dín ẹyin, àgbàlagbà gbọdọ̀ jẹ ẹyin méjì, ẹyin mẹ́ta. O mọ tó ń pè ní avocado, mo wá slice ẹ̀, mo wá gbé bread lé, mo wá mú orange juice yẹn, mo fi apple lé lórí, mo fi top ẹ̀, mo shake ẹ̀ kí n lè bá ní energy dáadáa láti bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Torí ìwọ wà Nàìjíríà, ìyà ń jẹ, ìyà tó jẹ bàbá ẹ, tó jẹ ìyá ẹ, tó jẹ bàbá ẹ, ìyà yẹn lèmi fẹ́ gbọ̀n kúrò lára ẹ̀. So wá rí Britain ò gbàdúrà pé kò gbọ́, nítorí pé Fúlàní tí Baba Akintoye ń bá jà àtàwa àti gbogbo wa ó yẹ nísìn, olórí burúkú ààrẹ Ògún Fúlàní ti mú wọ, kò lè mú àwa mọ́. Ọmọ wáyé tí kò ṣe lè mú wa, nítorí pé èmi àti òyìnbó gidi ni mò ń bá gbé, wọ́n máa ń yàgbẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀mi náà ṣe máa ń yàgbẹ́, tọ́lẹ̀tì wọn bẹ̀ bí ṣe máa ń yàgbẹ́, ìgbẹ́ tèmi le, ó depend tó bá momi tó pọ̀ á ṣàn díẹ̀, àwọn náà máa ń yàgbẹ́. Ṣòwárò òyìnbó pé oríṣiríṣi, ìwọ ò lè dá wọn mọ̀, ò lè dá wọn mọ̀. Ṣòro àwọn òyìnbó tó ń wá sí Nàìjíríà, wọ́n pé oríṣiríṣi, Lebanese wà nù wọn. Òyìnbó gidi, àwọn ò ń gbé láàrin inú ibi tẹ́yìn ń gbé, tẹ́ ń pè nínú ilé. Torí ilé smelly lẹ̀ ń gbé, àwọn ló ń gbé ní eyebrow area, olórí burúkú. Òyìnbó gidi, òyìnbó tó kò nílẹ̀, òun kọ́ ló nílẹ̀. Àwọn bàbá ẹ̀ ló dá wàhálà sílẹ̀. Tó bá wá dé, wá wá kọ́ ọlọ́pàá fún wọn, wá kó sójà fún wọn, wá kó gúgúrú defense fún wọn. Àwọn máa ń ṣe tààrin yányányányá. Tó wá rí kúrúkẹ́ tí wọ́n wà yẹn, àtọ̀kadà wọ́n wá fi àmì àwa bomb bastard àmì àwa mú bẹ́lẹ̀tì ó lọ sí kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́rẹ́ tó fi rò orí pa ń gbé òyìnbó bọ̀ wọ́n bí òyìnbó kan dá nílùú yìí kó máa kọjá kájọ kọjá kó ní kí kúrò lọ́nà wọ́n bíbà bẹ́ẹ̀ dá kí ni mo sọ wọ́n bíbà bẹ́ẹ̀ dá ni mo sọ nítorí pé kí ni àjọ nílùú yìí nísìnyí bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ìlú tó ń sọ ó nílùú kankan mọ́ ìlú yẹn la fẹ́ gbà padà sójà wa mú bẹ́lẹ̀tì àwọn bẹ́lẹ̀tì wọ́n wá nù ẹ̀ kúrò lójú títì torí ó special jù wọ́n lọ èmi wá fẹ́ ṣe pé kí òyìnbó kó má ba special jù wọ́n lọ òun lè rí tàn sá nísìn torí pé olórí burúkú púpọ̀ nù ìtẹ̀wà Nàìjíríà kò ń ṣe ìdẹ́tí gbọ́ sí Yorùbá nation tẹ́tí accept o ṣe ráwọn tó accept olórí burúkú ni wọ́n ìyá òyìnbó tó fi wá jẹ for a very long time òun làwa fẹ́ gbọ́ kúrò lára wọn nítorí pé jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ sọ fún ẹ torí Archbishop of Canterbury ti Church of England ó ṣiṣẹ́ ní Shell mo ti sọ fún yín rí ṣò wá mọ Church of England yẹn Church of England wọ́n wà lára àwọn tó ṣe òwò ẹrú ọmọ tó ń pè lówó ẹrú ó lè mọ̀ lọ bá bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá ṣì wà láyé kò ní kó sọ̀tàn fún ẹ 500 years over 500 years 100 200 300 400 500 years lọ fi gba ilé ayé kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa wọ́n wá gbóríṣiríṣi lé wa lọ́wọ́ wọ́n wá ń ta ẹrú síta ìyẹn lèmi wá ní ká gbọ̀n kúrò kò wá ń ṣèmi nìkan bàbá lẹ́kìtì Yorùbá World Media gbogbo wa ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gbé lọ sí Iran ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ mo sọ fún ẹ pé bíbá international platform torí mi monitor tó ń lọ nígbà àgbáyé torí ogun tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ níta ó ṣeé ṣe kó sọ̀kalẹ̀ sálẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tiwa náà torí pé ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń fà yìí tẹ bá ní kò ní dìjà ó máa di bá ìjà gidi ó ń bọ̀ ṣọwárí ìjà yẹn ó ṣeé ṣe pé láti ta ló ti máa ta wá Ukraine àti Russia wọ́n ti ń gbà sí fúnra wọn láfíríkà kò yẹ nísìn wọ́n ti jọ ń gba ẹ ò lè mọ̀ torí pé òní náà wọ́n ti jọ ń gbà sí fúnra wọn láfíríkà ṣọwárí èmi gbàdúrà pé kó explode àdúrà tèmi gbà nìyẹn kí Iran kó explode kó attack torí pé kí ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi gbọ́ yẹn wà á mọ̀ Koiki ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun lámọ̀ àmọ́ parí ẹ̀ ànímọ̀ parí ẹ̀ but at least ní Nàìjíríà mọ̀ farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ ní analysis nípa Iran àti Israel ní sùúrù ya kọ́kọ́ gbé ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ ó yá bọ́n sókè my beautiful wife ìyàwó mi kẹta nìyẹn torí pé Indian lòun wà mo sì máa ṣeré lọ sí Indian àwọn ní the 5th largest economy àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà wà níbẹ̀ lọ́bìnrin tó ń ṣe níbẹ̀ ẹlòmíì inú factory ló wà tó ń ṣe safety pin ẹlòmíì wà ó kàn bá wọn assemble kankan ní Indian gbóhùn sókè.
Because the indications are all there. US and Israeli forces are on high alert. Iran is talking about punishing Israel. Flights on the route are being cancelled and frantic diplomatic.
Sorry, èmi máa ń láìkí in tó máa jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà tó máa divert gbogbo plane yẹn tó máa divert lọ sí Ghana àti Benin Republic. Ó ń bọ̀ níjọ́ yẹn. How are you? Well, it's summertime. I can lorry say thank God. I'm enjoying it. Níbọ̀ mi ni ẹ̀ ń lọ rán jajá ni. Oúnjẹ ajá ló máa lọ rà. Oúnjẹ ajá ni. Oúnjẹ ajá ló lọ rà wèrè. Oúnjẹ ajá ó ti sọ̀kalẹ̀ nísìn àwọn ajá wà nílé ajá méjì ńláńlá ló ní ó gbọ́dọ̀ fìdí wọn. Máa fìdí wọn. Sórí ìjọ tí wàhálà bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ gbàgà ní Nàìjíríà àbí tó ti ń gbọ́ fìrí tí eérú yẹn tó ń rú sókè ìjà ò tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Iran airline ti ń divert páwọn lọ síbẹ̀ mọ́ ó tí mọ̀ nǹkan kan tó ń bọ̀ sórí ariwo tí akọ̀ṣe ń pa yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká push ariwo yẹn díẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká change gear yẹn ká gbé sí 3 ṣé 3 ló wà nísìn ẹ jẹ́ àjù sí 4 tábà jù sí 4 ariwo yẹn á ta síta airline kọ́kọ́ divert wọ́n ní nǹkan kan fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà páwọn ò lọ sí Nàìjíríà but wọ́n sì ń wá nísìn nítorí pé àwa ń gbá defense àlọ́ attack sórí ìjọ́ tá bá ti lọ attack padà yẹn ìjọ́ tá bá ti lọ attack can be anything okay and now come and tell me Koiki kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tábà la ṣe máa attack orí òpè ṣé èmi ni èmi máa fún yín ní strategy bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa attack lọ wo movie by now ó yẹ ká ti ní oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀yin ọmọ kéékèèké oríṣiríṣi tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n máa ṣe ẹ fẹ́ ká máa fi gbogbo ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí social media 3 years la fi pariwo yẹn ìyẹn ò sí mọ́ nísìn ṣòwárí Israel àti Iran ṣọmọ tó ń bọ̀ airline ògbọ́n nǹkan tó bèbí yẹn sọ màá rí wáìnì ò ní gbọ́ ó ní the airline are already cancelling flight into Iran because wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kí missile kó lọ kọlù wọ́n jẹ́ ń gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ padà fún ẹ ní sùúrù gbóhùn sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀dá rẹ̀ wáìnì díẹ̀ padà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí díẹ̀ kékeré just a little bit ti lọ sẹ́yìn jù ó yá àgbọ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀
as Russia intensifies its offensive. In South Korea, the opposition sweeps the National Assembly elections. The leader of the ruling party resigns. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol promises reforms. Yoon still has 3 years left in office, but the results have turned him into a lame duck president. And the billionaire property tycoon is sentenced to death in Vietnam. Truong My Land was found guilty in a multi-billion-dollar fraud case. It is one of the biggest corruption cases in Vietnam's history. Is West Asia preparing for another war, a more devastating one? I ask because the indications are all there. US and Israeli forces are on high alert. Iran is talking about punishing Israel. Flights on the route are being cancelled and frantic diplomatic activity is underway. All the classic signs that something big is about to happen.
Something big.
The question is, what? US officials think that Iran will...
mo gbọ́dọ̀ break torí pé etí àwọn tó wà nílé ò ní gbọ́ èmi gbọ́dọ̀ ṣàlàyé fún yín sórí Yorùbá nation ẹ̀rí gbogbo diplomacy tá a ṣe ń lọ yẹn is a good thing because a gbọ́dọ̀ negotiate a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe diplomacy but ìjọ tí gbogbo bá ti di pé ariwo yẹn ta sókè bó ṣe ń ta bọ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn kó tó di pé Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí dé tó slow it down táriwo yẹn bá ti padà sókè nísìn airline wọ́n máa sọ pé ṣó possible pé káwọn lọ Nàìjíríà táwọn Yorùbá bá sọ pé àfẹ́ kankan pé náà àfẹ́ sórí táwọn Biafra Simon Ekpa ní December 2nd ó máa happen ó lè máa ní àwọn ó ti pẹ́ náà wèrè wọn ní ràbọ̀n ṣé igi ló máa lọ fi jà ni àwọn Simon Ekpa owó ìbọn ló ń dá lọ́nrà nísìnyí yẹn ń ṣe big deal wọ́n ń dáwọ́ ìbọn gidi ìbọn lọ́nrà Simon Ekpa náà wọ́n ní ìbọn gidi ìbọn ńláńlá láti fi jà so wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ní enough space láti fi accumulate as much láti fi jà dàgbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ lọ. àwa gbọ́lé tán àwa wọnú ètò gangan tí bàbá Akintoye sọ lánàá mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ wà lórí ìjókòó ẹ má bínú pàdé lè má dárúkọ kò sí táìmù nírọ̀lẹ́ yìí. gbóhùn sókè.
Think that Iran will attack Israel. It could be a major missile strike or a drone attack, and it's a very confident assessment. One official said it's a question of when, not if. But why is Iran escalating? Because of what happened last week. An Israeli strike hit the Iranian consulate in Syria. 7 Iranian soldiers were killed, including 2 top commanders. And since then, Iran has vowed revenge. Their supreme leader repeated those threats on Wednesday. He used his Eid speech to target Israel.
Embassies in any country are considered part of the soil of the country that owns them. When they attack our planet, it's as if they attacked our land. The wicked regime made a mistake in this case. It must...
Yes, ṣàlàyé bẹ́ẹ̀ fún ẹ. Mr. Koiki, hey, how to attack wa níbí báyìí o. So, tó bá attack yín, we expect our governors to activate. Since our governors will activate, mo ní bí a ká kó lọ bá àwọn ọba ká lọ máa gbé níbẹ̀. Because we cannot sit back and fold our hands and allow attacks to continue. Kò wá ń ṣe attack Fúlàní lèmi wà concerned about anymore. Sórí attack tó ń fún wa lórí economy ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ó ti sọ gbogbo wa di so many things that we cannot even talk about. Kò wá ń ṣe lẹ́ni ló ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé ti Israel yẹn sílẹ̀, máa padà wá. Mo kàn fẹ́ fún yín ní inside. Torí ti bá sọ pé ìjà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Israel, bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ máa lọ ní kí lọ mú evidence wá. Ẹ ti gbọ́ látẹnu specialist mi, èmi náà ní specialist. Now, let's dive into the program a little bit. Why did Britain finance northern part of Nigeria using our own resources? Why? Kí ló dé? kí ló dé tí Britain tí wọ́n finance not but owó tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa lọ́lò ṣó mọ̀ pé that is still the same thing tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lénìí. When we look at the northern part of Nigeria, mo rí pé àwọn northern ti ń sọ fún Tinubu pé àwọn ò ní vote fún ní 2027 bọ́ vote fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá máa vote fún àbẹ́ ní vote fún ṣé ẹ ní vote fún ẹ máa vote fún ẹ máa vote náà nígbà tá à ń pariwo ká má lọ dìbò àwọn kan ní tá a bá dìbò ṣé Peter Obi ò ní wọlé àti Peter Obi àti Atiku olè kan náà kan ní gbogbo wọn àjẹ́ náà ṣe a ní ká má dìbò it's not the time for voting wọ́n ní náà Koiki tá a bá ti dìbò a máa lose the slot wa now gbogbo yín ti wá lọ dìbò nísìn what has been the gain láti gbà tẹ́tí lọ dìbò nísìn kí ni gain yín nothing rather you have become even much more in danger because since Tinubu ti débẹ̀ we thought that many lives would be saved we only now realize that many lives are being killed. Over 700 Nigerians are dying on a monthly basis. Over 700. So ó ti show pé Tinubu is not capable economy wise. Koiki ó ṣe débẹ̀ ni o. Next month Tinubu will be 1 year. Koiki ó ṣe débẹ̀ ni o. Bó ṣe sọ títí tí olórí burúkú Buhari tó ṣiṣẹ́ ọdún mẹ́jọ. Britain merged Northern and Southern Protectorates in 1914 to finance Northern Nigeria with Southern resources. Historian Professor Banji Akintoye. Let's read further. Ìmọ̀ràn bá ń ṣe analysis ẹ̀ lé lórí. The historian allege, kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ allege, is a fact. But paper máa ń fẹ́ play àwọn, and àwọn òyìnbó wèrè kan kí ló ń jẹ́ allege. Every indication, every indicator, ọmọ tó ń pè ní indicator, mọ́tò tó dúró ní sí wọ́n bíbá bẹ́ẹ̀ dá kó jáná. Ọmọ why? Because ó ti show red. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ respect àfọlọ́pàá nìkan. Ọlọ́pàá náà dẹ̀ ó gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé wà on call. Ọlọ́pàá tó bá sí on call tí bá rí tó bá jáná mo gbọ́dọ̀ take a picture ẹ̀ máa complain pé kí ló dé tó jáná. There's nothing called allege. Nigeria was financed by Britain using the southern wealth. And when you look at it today, let's even look at it today. Many of the wealth that is around the southwest, whether it's the southeast or the southwest down bottom line or the middle belt, who is enjoying it today? Who are those enjoying those wealth? And who are those responsible for the caretaking of that wealth? I'm talking about the oil wealth. We have oil wealth as well in Ondo State. We have all those resources across all the southwest. But the problem is that ní ìgbà táwọn òyìnbó ti gbé pẹ̀lú wa for a very long time, wọ́n ti rí ibi tí gbogbo wealth yẹn wà. And this northern protectorate tó ń pè ní ilẹ̀ Haúsá was losing money. And they decided that we will fund it. But how are they going to fund it? By making money from our own wealth and giving it out. Let's read further. The historian alleged that the amalgamation was not done for the benefit of the people of Nigeria. I'm asking Nigerians, what has been the benefit of the amalgamation? It was asked by Mazin Amdekanu. The benefit. Oh, the Igbo people are the most intelligent people. They are the most intelligent people, but we cannot agree with them because we are not one. And we will never be one because we don't like each other. It's just a fact. Go on Twitter or X and see how the Toba Moba Omo Igbo Boshimambu Professor Wole Soyinka wà fẹ́ bọ́kàn yìí fún wọn. Toba Mobi táwọn Yorùbá náà bó ṣe máa ń gbé àwọn tí wọn náà ṣe pé wà fẹ́ lé ní kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. It's because Britain knew that if we are standing separately, we will flourish. We will have Thai, Japan, and America. Oh, and audio time play. They've come together more. The Prime Minister of Japan paid a visit, state visit. And when I say state visit, it's one of the most is one of the most highly prepared events for someone that is highly important. Do you know how many deals were signed between Japan and America? 70 military deals, military parts. So if we have been separate, we will have part with the Biafra, we might have part with the North, and we might have part with other African countries. But most of you don't want that. Rather, you want us to remain in Nigeria as one Nigeria with Igbo and Hausa, Yoruba, and the rest of the 250 ethnic groups. So how are we going to have parts? And I'm not talking about spare parts. I'm talking about military parts where we can have, training. Maybe the Biafra will train us to go to moon. They will train us to go to east, or we will train them for something. We will do trade by barter. That would mean there will be a lot of every one of us, Tamama Sari, to make sure we want to beat each other. And I'm not talking about fighting, in terms of innovation, in terms of policies. Why do you think everybody wants to come to UK? Why? And all these your bastard brothers and sisters that keep telling you don't come to UK, they are crazy. Tell them to relocate back to Nigeria before telling you not to come. If you can make it down here, come here. We all own this country together. But the only thing is, I can't tell you that I do visa. But if you get to this country, okay, and Toba Sope Ulomo, I will just give you one or two advice. And if you can go with that advice, that's fine. What happened? Eh? Okay. So, as I'm saying, but one thing many of you is that you want us to remain in Nigeria, and we have all these governors, and we have the center in FCT, and I can see that they never finish Lagos Ibadan Expressway. They say they won't build coastal way or whatever from Lagos to Calabar. Or to the Feko. Crazy country. 20 years, Lagos Ibadan Expressway have not been completed. They are already talking about one road from Lagos all the way down to Calabar. When we are separate countries, we will challenge each other. We will task each other. We will give ourselves a race. Just like, do you know that Abu Dhabi, Ungbe, UAE, Ungbe Mosari, do you know that there's 7 Emirates? We don't know because we only know United Arab Emirates. But there are 7 of them, and each of these 7 Emirates, one challenge around, every one of them is running so that they can prosper than the other. Even though they are all one family. I was listening to Abu Dhabi trying to bring as many hedge funds and want to invest, and they are looking for about 1.5 trillion US dollars. Tabadaduro in different countries. We would also be working hard. And yesterday, the news as well yesterday, all the central banks, as much as possible, they are buying gold. They are keeping it, reserving gold, especially China, because nobody wants to trust the dollar, because the dollar is becoming one of the biggest problems. And I'll tell you, when the fight between Russia and Ukraine started, do you know what the West did? Russia Ninita, and I'm talking about close to 320 billion US dollars, and I'm not making this up, okay, bastard, because by the way, almost 320 billion US dollars over Russia. Russia is just that is a very strong country. If not say Russia be strong, Russia for don't collapse, because imagine how they were able to make all the money that Russia owns outside in the West, because every one of them have different money around the world for doing exchange, buying, selling. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. What am I trying to say? If we have 8 countries break away from Nigeria, within 20 years, we will be able to, coastal road, coastal road. They never finished Lagos Ibadan Expressway. They're talking about coastal road. I will not mention name, but So what I'm trying to explain is that by the time we break out of Nigeria and stop looking for unity, because I will unite with the Biafra because they want to go, as they are asking for their right to self-determination, which is an inalienable right. I will also support the Arewas if they want to go. I will support the Edo, and nobody must force anybody to join any country. If anybody wants to stand on their own, let them go and stand on their own. It will be a challenge for every single of those countries to run very fast so that we can develop, we can train, we can compete with each other. Why do you think that every one of us wants to live here? It's because the system was built to work for the citizen, but it's not built to work for the immigrant, because the immigrant has become a problem for them. There will be a lot of migrants that will come down and work. By that time, the indigenous people, we will own the bigger share in the system. And I'm not talking about the one way that they give you momo and you could go use a atagungu chopper. I'm talking about proper, nice food. Because by that time, you are the real indigenous owner of the land. You will have the first share before any foreigner. And that's exactly what happened. We will have laws that will work for us. We will have a system that will work for us. But coming back to what Baba Akintoye said, did Britain finance the northern part of Nigeria using the wealth from the others? Yes, because evidence already stated it clearly. Britain knew what they were doing, but you stupid Nigerians do not know what you are doing. You are still trying to fix a country where you will never find love among all the ethnic groups. It does not matter whether your brother marry Hausa, whether your mother marry, whether you have lived in the north for 30 years. That is not what we are saying. The indigenous people must take control back of their resources. Let's continue. A prominent Nigerian historian, Professor Banji Akintoye, the Oracle, I also call him the leader of the Yoruba self-determination movement, the only leader. He is not the leader of all the Yoruba, okay? There's Baba Adebanjo, is 95. There's Baba Fashion Roti. Those ones are the leaders. But on the self-determination, the true leader that understands the pain of the Yoruba people, the true leader that can feel and understand that nothing like restructure can work. Because if you restructure Nigeria, you are still saying that the Fulanis, they still have right in our land. The Igbos, they have right. No. This country also have rules. If you do certain things, they will kick you out. They will revoke that British passport. Professor Banji Akintoye claimed that the British colonial masters amalgamated Nigeria in 1914, basically to use the wealth from the southern region to finance the northern region. The former leader of Ilanomo Dudua worldwide, and he's not the former leader, he's still the leader. So I don't know how this paper, they mix all this nonsense and put them together. And he's also the leader of the YSDA, which stands for the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement. The leader, I'll just say the leader, not the former, the leader of the Ilanomo Dudua and the umbrella apex of the Yoruba self-determination struggle, made this known on Wednesday during the global conference that was organized by the Yoruba Nation Youth, which happened yesterday. A program here. I hope you haven't missed it. If you missed it, go and watch it again on the Yoruba World Media. My job is just to elaborate it because I am dealing with international audience, and my audience needs to know the reason why the Yoruba people are campaigning, just like I am also in support of the Welsh for their self-independent, the Scottish for their self-independent, and the Welsh people are having their next outing, I think on the 22nd of June this year, when they are coming out again in a big match, which I expect that the Yoruba people should be preparing to come out again. The historian alleged that the amalgamation was not done for the benefit of the people of Nigeria. I've asked again, was the amalgamation done for the benefit of Nigerians? I'm asking you, don't look at me. FX in the comment section. Was the amalgamation done in the interest of the indigenous people? I would say no, and definitely no. But those of you that is looking for peace, there will be more problem until the dissolution of Nigeria. And it's going to happen in our lifetime. Whether it's happened tomorrow, next year, 2 years, 3 years, whether after Tinubu leaves, that's when we want to go, whether before Tinubu go, it is all depends on each one of us. Because not everybody, I have so many crazy of them that are Yoruba that are still saying, hey, we're gonna go and bring Peter Obi. So even if Peter Obi comes after 8 years, is he going, I know what you're doing. So you want to go and bring Peter Obi, so you become the lifetime president. So he will change the law and put himself there permanently. It cannot work, okay? Even Tinubu will only serve 4 years because the Northerners have thrown mud in his clothes. Say, this is you Yoruba people, you deceive us. Just like some of the Igbos, they always come and say, I used to do Yoruba nation. Now they deceive us. They are bomb bastards. Because as far as I'm concerned, they are not our problem. Let them deal with their problem. We deal with our own problem. Everybody has their problem to deal with in Nigeria, but our problem is not the Igbos. Our problem is with Britain that created that fraudulent amalgamation. But many of you do not want to accept that. You want to be fighting Igbo people, but you don't want to blame Britain that merged us together. I would not have had any relationship with them if there was. Do you know how many countries around the world? There's over 195 countries around the world. I don't have any business with any country that I don't have to have business with. It's the same thing now, but because Britain, for their evil reasons, merged us together with the Igbo people, that's why we are fighting. That is why we are fighting each other all day. If Britain did not merge us together, we will not have any business with them. We will even make sure that we lock them away from our territory. And the one we won't come, we respect our land, we respect our society, we respect our constitution. It will be like that. Just like when you come here. And most of you, I keep telling you, when you come to this country, it's not like Nigeria, okay? I live here, I prefer to live here because I have accepted everything where they throw at me, I accept it. Even the one where I know like, they not born me well, make a come and come, they say, no. It's because I have accepted to live here. Even my fingerprints, they're with them. So it's because I want to live here. If the time where they want to take my fingerprint, no. You know, take my fingerprint. When you want to take my fingerprint, they go say, okay, Mr. Koiki, since we cannot take your fingerprint, will you go back to Nigeria? And I say, no, I'm not going back to Nigeria. And I'm talking about some 15 years ago. Okay? When I started my immigration case. So some of you, where just the JJC, they come in this country, I don't like gay people. I see a lot of you in Nigeria, no problem. Okay? You live in Nigeria, you can say that. But when you live here, when you live here, you will respect the gay, you respect the LGBTQ, you respect every religion, you will be tolerant with every religion. And that is why I've always said to you, I am not fighting because of religion. No, I am not fighting because of religion. I am fighting because of our freedom. Because the moment Britain has the right to come and question me. They say, Mr. Koiki, we thought you are a learned man. How can you go on the show and say that you don't like, you don't like these people? You understand? Okay? I can say I don't like Fulani people, and we have a reason for that. Because they are one of the massacre of the Yoruba people. But when it comes to you saying, the religion where they give us, and that's why I always caution most of you that come on my platform, because I am not a blogger. This platform is a full registered in UK. So when you come here and you start saying, okay, please. I live in a tolerant society where I accept and I believe that if that is what they want to do, let them be. Because as many of you now, won't die because of Bobrisky. I am not the spokesman for Bobrisky. But if you were in this country, there are certain things that you will not be able to do. And we have seen more criminals that EFCC, like Showore, my brother said, that meant to have gone after. But they refuse to go after them, but they are going after the head. You know what I mean by that? So when you live in this country, when you arrive in this country, throw away all that your nonsense mentality at the airport. Because if not, you will end up in the prison. Look at the couples. I was watching their video. Husband and wife came to this country as married woman and husband, where they don't born for each other. They could not tolerate each other. They do not have it. You see, when I wash my plate in the kitchen, you see, when I wash those plates, it's not because of anything. It's because I love doing it. Because I want my home to be peace. And I want my home, look, my children, even as a day house, I go wash the plate for them. I go wash the plate. But when you come to this country, from that Nigeria, and you say to your wife, go and wash all the plates in the kitchen, one day, fight will happen between the two of you. So many you would have to live in this country. You would have to live in this country as much as possible to understand the system. That system of mentality will then people out in Nigeria, you will throw it away. Okay? Last week, my wife was saying to me, let me consider my neighbor. Muni, it was only matter. Just drop the voice down a little bit. She's not saying I shouldn't do my program, but we are just being considered. As I wanted to start the program, he shut the door of his window. He cannot say to me I shouldn't talk because it is still 6:15. But by the time to baby time come, I cannot make a lot of noise. And that is why when I do program downstairs, I have to control the voice, just for you to know. Now, I'm asking again, what has been the benefit of the 1914 amalgamation? It has not bring any benefit. Rather, hey, Koiki, you like the Igbo people. You like the Igbo people. And Gurosi destroy. And Gurosi would not have been able to destroy any jack shit if there was no 1914 amalgamation. Tiko Basi 1914 fraudulent amalgamation. We will not have any business. Belawusa, we will not have any business with the Igbos. We will not have any business with anybody. But we will have business. Politics. This country, right? Oyibo people, they take anybody to court if they believe that they have a right. That is because it is their country. And they commit crime, and they also do not commit crime. But what I'm trying to explain is that Koiki, the regional government was good. Look, maybe we should not even have got regional government. That is just my own take. Because there would not have been regional government if Britain facilitated all this nonsense. All this nonsense that we are going through today, that we are fighting each other, we need to go back to the roots. And the root is to dissolve that shit-hole nonsense country where Britain created on our behalf. When we break away from Nigeria, Tobawa be Omo Igbo Konda, Tobawa be Beda, Ko She Ogun fake, Wasile Yoruba, Koda family won't really love visited. Then we will build some prison where nobody, we will be dropping them with helicopter. Baka, no road will reach there. But today, you cannot do that because Igbo will live in Lagos State, whether you like it or not, because they are part of Nigeria. Hausa will continue to live in Ibadan because they are part and parcel of Nigeria. That is what we need to first dissolve. The moment we dissolve that problem, it will then start looking into other areas. Okay, look, when UK exits European Union in 2016, some of the EU citizens were not going to be comfortable. They left back. The ones that were going to stay, UK agreed with certain laws and rules of regulation to accept what the European country want them to do to make sure that they look after their citizens that will continue to live here and work here. So when we dissolve Nigeria, we will not tell any Igbo people to go away. No, we're not going to tell them. By telling them that, that means we have disrespected the international law. That means we are no longer having that human Omoluabi Yoruba. What we will do, we will first draft laws. That law will be agreed by Lugbogboma Yoruba, not the fraudulent 1999 constitution that you expect Bola Tinubu to work with. Bola Tinubu, your president, can never fix Nigeria with that Olusholori Buruku 1999 constitution. But you bastard Yoruba people, yeah, I call you bastard. You are waiting for Tinubu to fix Nigeria with that fraudulent 1999 constitution. The moment we dissolve Nigeria, Toba Igbo, let them do constitution to say that Yoruba people will not buy land on their territory. We will also draft the constitution. The constitution will favor Yoruba people to start with. It would then make sure that it is stiff on immigration, because the reason why some of us have stayed longer in this country is due to the immigration. Our immigration will be very, very stiff, because we are building a new society where many people will want to come and live. Just like you and your uncle, you and your brother, you are running to Japan, you are running to even Libya, you are going to anywhere to look for greener pasture. We will build a system that everybody will want to come and live with us. And the same thing I know Biafra will do. They will build a system, not the one where it Opus Odima and all these, their 419, Okorocho, Lori Buruku, and every single of their government, their bastard, that have made life difficult for their people. They will build a new system. But many of you don't want that. You want us to continue to, it's like the problem is here. The foundation. Koiki, why do I need to look at it? Let's cut there. Take everything out and start afresh. That is why some of you are scared today. You are scared because you are thinking that the future will no longer be bright. Already the future is blink. You will not survive 52 years old in Nigeria. I am not here to bring anybody down. I won't call name, but you know what I'm talking about. The young man that just died, just less than 24 or 48 hours ago now, do you know that he's not up to 40 years old? Oh my God. Hey, you see, when I sit here and I talk, some of you say, hey, that guy, come back to Nigeria, Olushi, so that when I come to Nigeria, so that I can get kidnapped. I don't have to come to Nigeria. Britain created Nigeria from here. I am here to dissolve Nigeria from here as well. Are you not understanding that? What is it that you don't understand? When they were writing everything about Nigeria, do you know that the constitution, the first constitution that Nigeria was using, was drafted from here? So why are you telling some of us, come back home, come and lead us at all? Go and call your father to lead you. When we are talking, is because Britain knows that some of us today are ready to enlighten you, but you are not ready to be enlightened because you are a born bastard. And when you are a born bastard, that means you are not a true indigenous Yoruba people. Because if you're a true indigenous Yoruba, the moment I am telling you that our life has been bondage, and we should take that bondage out and have a free life. You are still telling me you want to fix Nigeria. Did your father fix Nigeria? Did your grandmother fix Nigeria? Britain never wanted anything called fixing of Nigeria. That is the reason why they formulated this fraudulent amalgamation. And if any of your pastor, any of your imam, any of your babala will come out and say that God created Nigeria, because God never created Nigeria. It was a man-made. And when something is man-made, we must kill it. We must take it down, and that means there will be fight. Let's continue. He said, those ruling Northern Protectorate then had a serious problem of finance. The North only knows how to spend money. We all know them. They are very lazy. They destroy. How can somebody say for 30-something years or 20 years, they were creating a machine? I thought he wanted to talk about some innovation, some innovative. We just created this machine. This machine, the job it does, we've been doing it for, I don't know how many years. I don't want to make it up, but I'm sure some of you remember that Olushi, that director that came and talked to Senator. And everybody was expecting him to give us some good news. Maybe they don't send something, go space. Maybe the Northerner don't do something where they monitor when the moon, you know. As many of you bastard, I told you that Sultan of Sokoto is the one controlling Nigeria. That is why, idiot Yoruba people, why should you be waiting for Sultan of Sokoto to tell you when to go and pray? Why? You don't need Sultan of Sokoto to say, Iditideola. I don't follow Sultan of Sokoto anymore. Since I understand Yoruba nation now, why should I wait? And I've told my family, if you are meant to pray on Tuesday, pray on Tuesday. Even a scholar in Sokoto did not want Sultan of Sokoto, because why should you wait for it? Let's come back now. So some of you today, right, no understanding answer, but you are like, so is this one that will come and be telling me Me where I do thesis, I do my masters for London School of Economics, Olushi. So when you do your law, so you did not know that Britain created us. So your father did not tell you, your mother did not tell you. I'm telling you now. I am the one telling you now. So let us dissolve that messed up country. The North were not making money. The Southwest was making hell of a money because Igbo people know how to make money. Even their pastor said it. They said as dollar they go up, Igbo people they make money, and we know all kind of money where they make from drug money to anything doable. Just as Yoruba too they make money from fraud. I show you the one where I post. The Metro paper is downstairs. I show you, I posted it. Some of you read it now. A 24-year-old boy in Nigeria, a Yoruba boy, he once scammed a 62-year-old woman for UK. He say he be celebrity. Put the man picture on Facebook. The woman was talking to the guy until he realized that, send me your WhatsApp. From there, he realized that, this is not Peter Jones. This is not Peter Jones. And you know what the guy say? I am hungry. I am from Africa. I am from Nigeria. There's poverty here. Give me money. That is how they've defrauded many people. Many of you were so happy when Hush Puppy, he will sit down in the hot water bottle. He'll be eating chicken. His head is like this. Not knowing that he's one of the biggest fraudster of our time. Many of you were his mentor, your friend. You were going on his DM. Some of us were saying, this guy is a criminal. Koiki, shut up. Shut up. How do you know he's a criminal? How do you know Sheyi Tinubu is a criminal? He's a big boy. He's a big boy. His father is the president. Olushi. How Imbolotiri $11 million to Ferrari London? You're a bastard. Some of you will die if you continue to live in that denial. Let's continue. Everybody knows that the northern part of Nigeria, we're not making money. Until today, I was talking about innovation. Before I forget, the guy came out and said, we have done a machine. Which kind of machine, sir? The machine where they do kilichi. Kilichi. Yeah, we were doing the prototype. We did it for 20 years. The machine is now ready. Go and ask the same guy now, where is even the machine? Let's even agree that, okay, kilichi, okay, it's a market. Maybe we can sell it to European, we can sell it to UK, some of us will buy it. But ask them now, where is it? So what the Northerner did for a very long time when they were in power, before Tinubu came in, they destroyed all the parastatal. They now use the Olori Buruku Yoruba people where they there. Yes, Olori. If your brother is one of them and your mother could buy anymore. So, only shorty because Babe were around civil servant to Jali only 419 father. Remember that woman that came and said, hey, give me bribe so I can buy a brand new car. A Yoruba woman, they gave her bribe so that she can moto yellow ma buy. So what the Northerner were doing in the ministry, and everybody knows this, they were using the Yoruba people who don't go read ahead. Yeah, they don't know one or two. You know, Hausa people, where they cause I now. If you say 1 + 1 to Hausa man, give me money. One of my mother, right? She has retired with First Bank. What she told me that went through in that First Bank, if I start with that tonight, we will not finish this program. Because she did not tell me in one day. She was telling me in series. She retired in the First Bank. The damage that they've done in Nigeria. You see all this your bank, they are just as empty shell. Nothing is inside. Empty shell. They have destroyed the banking sector. Go and ask Emir Sanusi Lamido. Bomb bastard. So the Northerners know that the Yoruba people, they like money. The moment they give them some money, they will just open fire. You know, they were the director. They were the director now. Not before Buhari came on. Even when Jonathan was there, they were the director. It's only now that Tinubu is saying, no. Remove that one. Put a Yoruba there as well. Marginalization. The same marginalization that we are talking about. Oh yes, it might be interesting for some of you, but the moment Tinubu finish his tenure, Igbo is not going to be the president. If they like, make them go do juju. If they like, make them go church. If Peter Obi like, make it do more donation for North. The North will not vote the Igbos. They don't trust them. You know why? Because of the history where Britain created. It's still the same problem that Britain is the creation of the problem. The genesis of our problem is Britain. The genesis of that problem is Britain. The hatred between even Hausas and Igbos is Britain. Because if everybody was on their separate ways, Igbo did their own, Hausa did their own, Edo did their own, everybody did their own. People, because they are lazy. Oh yeah, I'm just using that as an, do you know what would have happened? We would have built a society that works. There would then be issues. There will be issues because every countries around the world, they still have problems between themselves. They don't trust themselves. So every night that we sleep, we would then open one eye in case I'm talking about if Biafra was the nation at the beginning, Hausa was the nation at the beginning, without all this nonsense, we would then be looking whether they will come and hijack our territory. So Yoruba people will close one eyes and open one. But rather than we dissolve the unity, Oloshi Yoruba people, born bastard, and the Oloshi Igbo, and the Hausas, and all the indigenous people where they no say they no go like themselves. They are still now saying, Koiki, we are better off. We are one unite Nigeria. The British people will put us together. No, say you will never be able to live in one piece. There will be disunity among us. Let's continue. Whereas in the south, especially in Lagos and the Yoruba land, we produce a lot of wealth that could pay all the workers. Today, put now, how many states is paying full salary? How many states in the 36 states, which was not there before? Because all we had before was northern region, eastern region, and the northern and the western region, and the middle belt. Then military came. Britain told them, say, Yoruba people will wake up one day. These Yoruba people, we have studied them. We know their genes, right? We know some Igbos as well. They will wake up. Why not create more states? Break the eastern, break the western, break the northern, and it's not created. And even stupid Yoruba people. Hey, Koiki, maybe we should get more states. Why do we need more states? No, okay, criminals. So you two can become a local government chairman. Bomb bastard. You don't need to be a local government chairman. You can still be in a Yoruba country and control wealth. In China, I am not making it up. Every year, China is making 1 million millionaire every year. And don't come and tell me about their numbers. It's because they are all speaking the same language. Why is China not celebrating New Year with the rest of the world? They have their own New Year Day. They have their own system of government. This is what we are saying. If we continue in Nigeria, you will sink like Titanic with Nigeria. And I pray you do, because we saw what happened. And don't come and tell me, hey, Koiki, they don't talk about the dead anyhow. You're a crazy person. When that dead was alive, I'm sure it must have been hearing Biafra people talking. I know the Biafra might be sympathizing with him. I'm not sympathizing with anybody, because we have all been shouting. These individuals, they have the connection. They have what it takes. But they don't want Nigeria to break, because everybody is a criminal. Like Simon Ekpa said, there are so many criminals among themselves as well. In the Biafra, they are criminals because they are still chopping something from the Opus or Dima, this and that. I know one of my uncle that's from Igbo. I'm not going to mention the state. He was a mayor here. He's come back to work with them. Nothing is going to come out of it. Nothing. I am just waiting to see what will be the end. Nothing. Probably then he would then come out and say he wants to be governor as well. Because right now, he is the chief of staff for one of the governors in the southeast. But I'll just leave that for now, because I'll just leave it like that. and I've not had any conversation with him. He has gone back to Southeast to become one of the chief of staff. So he would then also wants to be a governor at some point. Even though these are the learned people that should be speaking out. So when accident happened to one of these people, so what do you want me to say? I would just say they are the fault, deceiving many youths. Look at all those beautiful young girls that died for nothing. The death that should have been avoided. But because the system doesn't want you to avoid death, many deaths in Nigeria today can be avoided. But because the system, and when I say system, don't tell me Nigerian system. I am going back to the root cause, the 1914 amalgamation. If we do not dissolve that action, it will create another Sudan that is coming. It's either Tinubu dissolve it properly and let everybody go their separate ways, or it becomes like Yugoslavia. And we still go with time, but as soon as I say that I need to go, I'm going to let you know. Because like I said, it's not about 10 hours program. It's not about 2 hours program. It's about Ishe. Just take it. And go and be watching all these my small videos. And see live. Chopping live. I'm chopping live now. Because I was told you, now I'll be taking your brain some places. I'll just show you snip view. Snip view. That's on the I don't have to give you too much details. I'll just show you some snip view. It could be road, it could be anything. And at the end of the day, some of you will be like, yeah. So over here, because we are telling you that when we are ready, I only have one backpack. It's ready. I'm coming down. But we are not ready yet. We are not ready. But it's good. Let us continue to talk. Let us continue to talk. To wake your mind up and think that America will come and dissolve Nigeria. Britain will never dissolve Nigeria. They are happy and pleased with the way Nigeria is. And we have just about half an hour to the end of the program anyway. Whereas in the South, especially in Lagos and Yoruba land, we produce a lot of wealth that could pay all the workers. Today, probably maybe 5 or 6 states can easily pay money for workers. Lagos, Port Harcourt, probably maybe 1 or 2 more. Some of the others, they are bankrupt. Their governors is just dancing yo-yo all over the place, deceiving Nigerians. Oh, we give them some money there. After you work 3 months, they give you 1 month. That is the life that some of you have lived. That is why you are not capable. Like I always say, you look like people that are sick. And I've seen that since 2015 on my first visit to Nigeria. I was shocked to the bone when I saw my colleagues and I was thinking maybe they were, one who was sick, nothing is wrong with them. Might be one push or sick. Whoa, John Jeda Dani, because nutrient Lara. I thought you were saying that I have mental problem. Do I still have mental problem? Is that not what you guys were saying 3 years ago? I did Baba money UK. What's in mental problem? Is that not what you were saying? Now we know that many of you will definitely need to remember that sacrifice that we are making today is not because of me alone. It's because of you and me. It does not matter whether I live here. It is because freedom is the best thing that we can ever achieve. I don't have money in my bank account, and I'm not joking now. I don't have literally no money in my bank account. I don't have any savings. No. But I believe that the society that I have already paid my dues must look after me during the care and my need. Is that the same thing for you? Because many of you will probably be at least about 20 plus. So even though by teaching in Nigeria, for the fact that your parents have served Nigeria, Nigeria should be able to serve you from your needs. From your needs. And that your needs could mean anything. From your healthcare, to education, to security, to making sure that your life is secure in Nigeria. That is what we are benefiting from here. So if any one of your uncles, friends, or rare to sọ fún ẹ pé kó má wá sí UK, kó má lọ abroad, kó ṣépè fún, kó ní kó sọ pé mo ní kò ní dá fún. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Any of your family that said that you shouldn't come to UK, ẹ sọ pé kò ní dá fún ọ, because let them relocate back to Nigeria. I had a privilege to speak to somebody recently, not too long ago. And he said to me, ó kọ́kọ́ rò pé bíbá yóò gbádùn until he relocate back to Nigeria. Ó náà ṣe wá rí pé no, that country, something is just not right. This person resigned his job here to relocate back to Nigeria. Ó nígbà tó ń dé Nigeria rí pé no. Mo ní kí ni nǹkan tó rí? Do you know what he said to me? The least thing that you can ever think of. Just guess. You know that there's a lot of problem in Nigeria. Only every day, every day he drives his car, somebody will hit the car, and he could not tolerate it anymore. Only somebody will at least, and for that reason, he relocate back to the UK. We don't have money here, but at least we have peace of mind. And if you have not dived your hands into any shady things in this country, and I'm pleading with many of you that they don't touch things that the day you are caught, and UK is a good place, they will see you from far that you're committing the crime. They'll be looking at you. Okay. Go to walk a by. Go to share by. And you know what they're going to do? They'll just be noting it down. They'll be taking notes. It might not be that reason they will catch you. It might just be another reason. And they'll just tell you that we have been watching you. You're a criminal. But if you're a terrorist, they'll go after you. There was a breaking news. Germany went after some terrorist guys today in Germany. If you are new in this country, it is not easy, but you will survive it. If I have been able to survive it, I was taken to the airport for deportation. I still survive it. I was taken to Heathrow Airport, then with a Banji. I still have the details of, you will read it in my book properly. I still have the flight ticket that they were telling to take me back to Nigeria some 20 years ago. I am still here. I don't bump a king. I am not going anywhere. We own the, from what I even know now, oh my God, I wish I know all this before. We are not going anywhere. And I were concerned lately, concerned about your immigration for one reason or the other. It's becoming a little bit stressful. I just said to you, calm down. UK will not bite you. UK will not beat you. They're not going to flog you. They can detain you. I've been detained. There's nothing wrong in that. If you're not born in this country, you go through that. You will survive it. I was detained for a couple of weeks. 4 weeks, I can't remember. I was eating and sleeping there. And I had a mobile phone. Then there's no smartphone like this. I talk to my friends, my family every day. The only thing is they couldn't visit me. I'm still here. It will be rough. Whether you're a student that you can't pay your fees, I know you just use that one to dapa. Pray. But UK will not bite you. Just stick to the right thing you've told them. Don't mix it. The moment you start mixing it, that is what I don't like. Because for every day you mix it, UK has a lot of, that is what they are paying some of your auntie, the job what they do here, your uncles. They go to write notes. They go to write. They call you again for another interview. You say something else. They go write down. To Batilosi court. The judge will look at it and say, you're a liar. Stick to that same story. Look, I don't care whatever story you cook for them. They already cook one for us called Nigeria that we are trying to dissolve. For as long as Nigeria is not yet dissolved, you have every right to live in this country. Moki Yami Sholaku Boroku, happy birthday, belated birthday. Aderi Shiki Shikin. She Tabati Day. Akọ̀lá sí KFC ìdájẹ́ ṣíkìnì dé o àwọn adìyẹ ń tún sá fún wa ẹ bá ń ṣe happy birthday fún ọkùnrin náà ni they wanted to kick her because she's a woman. Ẹ máa ka oríṣiríṣi ìwé wa kò ń ṣe nísìn àwọ̀ ní ìwé tá a fi kọ nísìn ó dọjọ́ iwájú gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ṣèkà ẹ fẹ́ ṣèkà fún ìyá yẹn ó dọjọ́ iwájú. So let me read this because I have to go inside now. I have just 28 minutes to go out of the program. After all the South part had money, the North did not have money. Let's match them for the final couple. So Britain, sorry, a lot of things flies around. Oh. Not be inside my lap. You see? Grandma mi máa ń sọ nǹkan kan pé tó bá ti ṣí omi make sure pé ó dé dáadáa ẹnu grandma mi mo ti gbọ́ yẹn kó tó kọ́lọ̀ bá àfọ̀rún kẹ because ó máa ní omi tó ṣí yẹn tó bá ti tì dáadáa. I'll be careful because ẹ ti rówó laptop mi gbà lọ́wọ́ yín nísìn ká má tó wá lọ damage ilé ìta tó rọra manage o ìpẹ̀lẹ̀ afford kò tẹ̀ lọ ní any problem rárá because a ní ká ra laptop mi nísìn àròwó fi ra laptop mi ìtara manage nǹkan kan gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe rárá. This is one of my best laptop as well. So onímọ̀dé ti ṣe sínú laptop pátá àwọn tó ń wò mí lórí Facebook nísìn gbogbo yẹn ò ní lè máa rí wa mọ́ because I had to literally bring the laptop outside so that we can have the full broadcast, because it's been some days now and like I said, it's just that it is what it is. Aeroplane ó dàbọ̀ bá mi kí ìyá mi ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ èmi náà fẹ́ lọ London má jábọ́ bye, that's a plane. Mo mọ̀ bí ó ṣe ń lọ ni bí ó ṣe dé ni ilé ayé ò ní dúró de ẹ̀. The world is not waiting for you. Think the world is waiting for us? They're not waiting for us. Àwa ni ká lé ayé yẹn. Ó dẹ̀ dàbí àfáà mi kan á ní ìyàn máa kọ́kọ́ wálé ayé kó tó máa lọ wọ́ọ̀run àríkà lọ wọ́ọ̀run ọ̀run wo là ń wàá dira lé ayé gangan náà, which is what we are trying now. Àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ jàjà yẹn délẹ̀ to save our freedom before you can talk about the one when you don't die. Ilé ayé àìtí ìrọ̀lẹ́ ayé ìyàn ó máa ara gbé nílé ayé. Ọmọ Jésù ni ẹni wàá rà gbé wàá tẹ̀lé Jésù yẹn wàá máa ṣàdúrà léra. Mo gbọ́ Prophet Nasiru, nobody should send any YouTube channel for me. I've listened to Prophet Nasiru, I've listened to all his advice for Igbohu and all that, so no one want to send it to me. I listen to him as well. I follow him religiously. And I like him because he's always one of those prophets that says that keshepe fún wọn. So don't come and tell me, hey, Koiki, stop cursing. People have done damage to our faculty. And you are going to tell me, oh, kama shepe fún wọn. I like your program, but you cost too much. You need that fún anymore. So, ìyẹn ló ń dùn wọn. Bí Britain ṣe kó gbogbo àpapọ̀, tí à ń jẹ gbogbo wa all over the world. Àtẹni tó wà abroad, àtẹni tó wà nílé, we are all struggling. Tó bá dẹ̀ ráhùn tó struggle, kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn. Ẹ wo ibẹ̀ dáadáa, wọ́n lè máa dọ́gbọ́n sí. But tó o bá dọ́gbọ́n sí nílùú yìí, ó máa jèrè ẹ̀, but wàá mọ̀ pé yes, ìwọ gan ṣe wàhálà. Mo kí gbogbo wa lórí ìjókòó. So, it was not a territorial amalgamation at all. It was a business administrative arrangement between the people, the white people, the ruling the north, and the white people ruling the south. So what happened during the amalgamation is that òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun ó kọ̀ wó pa àwọn tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí àwọn lè mẹ́kọ̀ọ́wọ́ àwa táwa lókè lọ́wọ́ àmẹ́kọ̀ọ́wọ́. And during that era, to be honest with you, there was a lot of shit that happened. We pray that we don't witness such again in the history of mankind. Number one, the slave trade. We pray, even though we keep saying, I wanted the second generation of slaves were coming here, it is not like the forefathers one. That was just too much. That was just too painful. The pain our ancestors were, they've not forgiven these people. And they've not forgiven some of us that sold them out as well, because it was vice versa. As Oyibo people were buying, our people were selling as well. So it was a trade by barter. Give us gun, we give you 1,000 strong men, or maybe 800 strong men. Then small girls, we give you about 100. Do you know how many women were already conceived when they were taking them as slaves? Do you know how many of them were thrown inside all this ocean? During that time, it's not like a luxury time now where you see, all this cruise. How many of you have seen those cruise ships? I pray that one day I'll travel with my wife, just me and my wife alone, on that cruise ship, and go and spend like 7 days, go to Bahamas, and then sit down there. Maybe after we go Yoruba Nation. I don't smoke, but at least my wife will be rubbing my shoulder like that. Those are very fantastic cruise ships. These are the things that we can build from Ondo State with the water. Build a cruise ship called Yoruba Nation and move people to come and visit us. They are still there driving Okada. So what I'm trying to explain to us this evening, Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ní owó lọ́wọ́, àwọn òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun wọ́n wá mú owó yẹn wọ́n lọ fi fund the north. And today, iye ní gbogbo wa ń jẹ báyìí. And you can see why it has been very tough. 63 years. Kudos to Baba Olowo. Kudos to all those that worked during that era with the hope. I love the bikers. I saw some of them a couple of days ago. I wish I can ride a bike. Not the Okada way na the driver, the proper one. The big one. Drive. So as we are bringing the program to an end, life is very sweet. I'm telling you. Look, as much as you might say, what next? What next is we should go and prepare whether we will fight or we are not going to fight. If we're not going to fight, dialogue is a very slow system. Dialogue, sorrow. Tinubu sorrow. Only no go. United Nations sorrow. United Nations no go. European Union. Do you know that they rejected Simon Ekpa letter? The European Union, they rejected it. But the moment where the smoke come out, they will call Simon Ekpa into a dialogue. So when some of you are saying, but Koiki saw the same thing, yes, there's got dialogue. Because we don't want to go through that pain to come out. You can't have your cake at Biba. Òun ṣe kí bọ̀rọ̀kì ó wá doyún, kí ló rò pé máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tọmọ ẹ̀ máa jáde? Tó bá mọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ jẹ́ kó doyún, má ṣe kí bọ̀rọ̀kì or kó lo protection. Ìkànnì méjèèjì ni. Ó gbọ́mọ sínú ilé, ó ń gun mọ́lẹ̀, ó lo protection, ó wá lóyún lẹ́yìn oṣù 9. Okay, ọ̀nà ló fẹ́ gbà bí? Okay, cesarean náà kò ní pain ni. No, mo ń bí ẹni. Ó mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ṣe cesarean fún náà. Iṣẹ́ ńlá ni. Àwọn obìnrin tó lè gbin wálẹ̀ tó ní no, I can't go. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan, in tó ṣe fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni. I can't go through that pain. I can't go through that pain. Mo ní pain wo? Kó tó bímọ ló ti sọ pé òun ò ní go through any pain. Kọ́ là kọ́ gbé jáde ni. Ìyẹn náà pain wà ń bẹ̀. Because láàrin oṣù 9 yẹn, àtútọ́ ìgbà míì àwọn obìnrin kẹrin tó bá ti lóyún oríṣiríṣi kọ́ ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ilé ó lè náà fẹ́ jẹ ata tútù ó lè náà fẹ́ jẹ gúre ó lè dọ̀la kó náà máa jẹ bread ó lè dọ̀tún la kó tún náà wò jẹ kankan. It's because of the reaction. So gbogbo tá a ṣe nísìn is called the reaction. Ìjọ tá a bá ti pull out tí gbogbo á pull out ẹni pé gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀yìn rò pé èèyàn gidi ni wọ́n àwọn ọlọ́pàá àwọn sójà yẹn àwọn kan máa support at some point. But because ẹ má bínú ẹ tán báyìí a máa tún padà wá. But because we are scared. We are scared. Yeah, you can't have your cake and have it. Ìkànnì méjèèjì ni. We must either say to Tinubu that, look, President Bola Tinubu, we appreciate you. You have achieved your dreams. Everybody wants to achieve a dream. Tinubu has achieved his dream, but the worst case now is for him to return power back to the south. It would be a disaster. I be the north, Rotinje. If President Bola Tinubu returned power to the north, hey, yeah. Number one, I don't want to pray that it happened like that. I pray that it will have been amicably dissolved. But if it does not dissolve amicably, then what are we going to do? We fold our hands? It's not because of the Fulanis. We are 15 minutes away to the end of the program. Makoshi, LOC, one or two of you. So let us, I was watching Arole 1010 before I came on air. A lot of things is saying there. Our jihadists, Lambadiu. I listen to, and I know that because I am a Muslim. And I've almost got caught up with those kind of doctrine. Nígbà tí mo ń gbé ní Lagos Island ní phase 2. Àwọn kan máa ń wọ ṣòkòtò tó dé sálẹ̀. They are almost like the same Taliban. But nítorí pé ní exposition níjọ́ long. Láwọn tó máa educate wa quickly. But good thing is that my grandmother tó fi kú Islam ló ṣe. And he believes in everything. Títí kan àwọn aláwo. But what see as a Muslim ni kò dẹ̀ ṣaláwo. But ó believe in aláwo, ó believe in ìṣẹ̀ṣe, ó believe in Christianity. But àwọn olórí burúkú tá à ń dín pẹ̀lú yìí. These are the jihadis that we should be concerned for in the future. I was listening to Arole 1010. Gbogbo tó sọ ni mo gbọ́. So let us wake our minds and understand that the problem is not the Igbos. The problem is Britain that brought this nonsense union and forced it on us. Let us now unbundle it and then dissolve it. It will be painful, but we will still have a better opportunity. But if you're one of those that say, no, we don't want that. We're going to get PVC. If you like, get PVC 300 times. It will not solve anything in that contraction. And life is not waiting for anybody. Look at the young man and the beautiful girls that died in just less than 2 days ago now. Death happened every day. But he saw the death coming. Because there's no system. Do you know what it means to no sorry? What people are bad and Louis. London Bridge. Without no regulation. And don't blame the devil for that. It's just that the unity forced on us is not going to work. Mo fi Elédùmarè mo fi kí gbogbo baba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nígbà tí mo kí àwọn ọba aládé àwa àbọ̀bá o a kàn bẹ̀ àwọn ọba wa pé kó bá wa bá President Bola Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀ kó má jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kó kọjá inú ọdún mẹ́ta tó kù tó ní because àwọn náà ti sọ fún President Bola Tinubu pé àwọn ò ní fún láyè mọ́ ní 2027. So keep President Bola Tinubu, even though I have said it, I don't believe that he will do it, but we are pleading with our kings. And when he says it's Tinubu, bàbá yẹn kó bá wa pé Tinubu kó bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ń sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ ọ̀nà wo la máa ṣe tí kò fi ní di wàhálà kó bá àwọn Haúsá náà sọ̀rọ̀ pé Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ ni bá a ṣe máa bá wọn ṣe just like bàbá Akintoye ṣe sọ kó dẹ̀ pé àwọn committee yíyan ṣe tó le just bring the committee together and then it could even take within the 3 years tó máa fi wà lórí oyè tó máa kàn máa fi di 2027 dáadáa àwa ti dá dúró àwọn náà tàdé máa gbé Nàìjíríà lọ kódà á fún wọn ní FCT need them á fún wọn ní FCT even we will secure all their businesses in Yoruba land but we will just have to have a new system that will be working for us. Take care. O máa jẹ́ lọ work. Ìyá ẹ̀ sì lọ ra oúnjẹ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Òun ti máa jẹ́ lọ work nísìn. Ajá ìwà tẹ̀sán nísìn. O máa yàgbẹ́. Ajá ìyàn ní yàgbẹ́ sínú ilé. Because it's training. That's why I said animals are very easy to speak to. But ẹ̀yin Yorùbá, ẹlòmíì wò mí báyìí nísìn. Ẹlòmíì kàn fi wá pa time. Àwọn tó wá serious. Bye, Prof. All right, love you. Love you. Bye. Okay, you want to take it? No. You sure? No, you're going to lose it. No. Because when you come back, okay? All right, love you. Bye. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yín nísìn. Ẹlòmíì kan wò wá. Kí ló ń sọ? Níṣẹ́ ni. Èmi kan tẹ́ máa sọ ni. While we have people that are very concerned, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní wà concerned, àwọn táwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wà concerned, but kò ń ṣe gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà láàbúrò ló wà concerned. Ẹlòmíì bá ṣe after 3 years, ẹlòmíì wà ní UK kò tẹ́ gbọ́n kankan tó ń jẹ́ Yorùbá nation. Ó ṣe wọn bó ṣe fẹ́ get ara ẹ̀ together ló máa ní kíní kan pẹ̀lú Yorùbá nation. Ẹlòmíì tó dẹ̀ bí sí bíbáyìí náà. Even though they know that Nigeria's problem, àwa ní okay in Jesus name, lágbára léjì Mary. Lórúkọ Anabi Muhammad kọ́nà bùkọ́ fix Nigeria. How? Britain ò lọ lọ́wọ́ fi create Nigeria. Britain ò ṣé nígbà tó fẹ́ create Nigeria ṣé wọ́n dífá ni? No, ṣé nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ create Nigeria ṣé wọ́n ṣe worship? Ó dà àwa mẹ́rin obìnrin mẹ́rin ọkùnrin márùn-ún ó yẹ jẹ́ pray ká wá dá ìlú yẹn sílẹ̀. Ṣé wọ́n ṣe àsàlátù ni? Ẹ fún wa ní ẹ sọ níbi tó wà fún wa nínú Bible àti Quran àti níbi tí ìṣẹ̀ṣe ti sọ pé nígbà tó fẹ́ create Nigeria o nígbà tó máa create Nigeria o wọ́n jókòó gan wọ́n ṣàdúrà wọ́n ṣàdúrà kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n mú orúkọ yẹn lọ sí ibi tí àwa gan ṣe ń wo nísìn pé kí kò ń ṣe pé ibi tó ń mú orúkọ yẹn lọ gan ni kò jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn ní làákàyè because ní táwọn sọ kò yẹ kó pẹ́. Ok o gbọ́ Yorùbá tí mò ń sọ ok ká gba country tiwa kí ló lé nù yẹn no Koiki àfẹ́ country tiwa no àfẹ́ country tiwa Nigeria la fẹ́ how come why do you want Nigeria ò favour kò favour family mi kò favour family tiẹ̀ so what are we talking about so kí ló difficult nínú yẹn is because marabot tó ṣe fún wa ó wà lára ibi tó mórúkọ Nigeria yẹn lọ and it is affecting every single one of us kò fún wa ní true identity wa ó gba history kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa wọ́n gbé camouflage lé wa lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ní ká lọ́ọ́ máa manage láàrin ẹ̀ àwọn kan dolówó láàrin ẹ̀ àwọn kan dolòṣì láàrin ẹ̀ ikú gbóná láàrin ẹ̀ so many disaster yes around the world there is disaster but disaster tiwọn kò sí tiwa disaster tiwa ni pé our true identity has been taken away from us and this is why we are saying that until we take it back and we must take it back and we will take it back but bá ṣe máa gbá ni pé we have to continue the deliberation we have to continue to do the negotiation but the most important thing is we must be ready to defend it tá a bá ready láti defend it is a complete waste of time how do we defend it gbogbo tá a máa lò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló wà tásìkò bá tó a yọjú sí rẹ̀ so mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ọbẹ̀ Elédùmarè àbáwọn àpọ̀lú gbogbo wa àníṣe lásán àdélẹ̀ lérí ojú ló ń kán ìbòjì òun máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tó máa dé ẹ̀ la mọ̀ èyí tẹ wá ń ṣàdúrà ẹ má dá káàdúrà yẹn èmi náà wà nínú kọmitì àwọn bíi mẹ́fà kan every Tuesday for the last 3 years bóyá mo ní mo ti miss ẹ̀ bí a few days I am always making sure that èmi náà join wọn is a 1 hour I need anybody ìwọ náà ẹ lè set it in náà up ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣe prayer ti mùsùlùmí ẹ máa ṣe lọ ẹ̀yin tó níṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ẹ máa ṣe lọ but we must be prepared for the worst case scenario gbogbo ẹni tó bá mọ Tinubu ẹ bá wa sọ fún pé kó má jẹ́ kó kọjá ọdún mẹ́ta tó kù yìí Let him make the effort. It is possible. He doesn't need the West to tell him what to do. Kò need àwọn France, kò need the Germany, kò need America. Let him just say to them that this is not working. We're gonna go our separate ways. That's all. And we will love him. We will appreciate him. Oh yes, we will. We will appreciate him for that. Ìtàn ò ní kúrò láyé, but tó o bá ṣe 1 year ti tán. Ṣé rí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ní Jagaba, Jagaba. Yes. All right then. All right. Take care. Jagaba, no problem. I won't let me go kí Jagaba. But one thing is that by the time Tinubu complete his whole tenure, 4 years, 8 years, how old will I be by then? 2031 will be. Hey, ṣe fẹ́ kí mo máa pariwo Yorùbá nation at my 50 at 50 plus Yorùbá nation kí màá ti wá di bàbá ṣé bàbá Yorùbá nation màá ti wá di bàbá Yorùbá nation ohun yẹn gan nílé lọ sókè dáadáa mọ́ Yorùbá nation no going back ẹ fún wa lówó ni Yorùbá àwa sọ di theatre. No, for me that's what we are doing right now. A ti sọ Yorùbá nation di theatre. A ti sọ di comedy. A ti sọ Yorùbá nation di comedy. A ti sọ di theatre. Ẹ fẹ́ kí mi wá jáde at 50 plus kí n máa káwọn mi gan máa ní pé dad are you still on this Yorùbá nation? Kí n máa sọ fún wọn pé àìtí gbà ni. Ọlọ́run ló lọ́jọ́, Ọlọ́run ló lásìkò, but Elédùmarè ò ní sọ̀kalẹ̀ o. Elédùmarè ò ní sọ̀kalẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ Ṣèyí Tinubu tẹ́ bá ní nọ́mbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ má pè mí ẹ ṣáà bá mi send message sí pé kó sọ fún bàbá ẹ̀ òun ní access sí bàbá ẹ̀ pé àwọn tó ń pariwo Yorùbá nation yìí mo sọ fún yín pé kò ń ṣe tẹnu kò ń ṣe tèpè kọ́lọ̀ kó fún gbogbo alẹ́mì gbogbo àtàlàfẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ní Ṣèyí Tinubu wà wá ṣe gọ́fúnà eléyìí táwọn fa ẹ̀ tí parí ẹ̀ ẹ má tún máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé Ṣèyí Tinubu wà ṣe gọ́fúnà ọ̀rọ̀ gọ́fúnà kọ́ ló kàn ní sí o ọ̀rọ̀ gọ́fúnà kọ́ ló kàn ọ̀rọ̀ bí gbogbo wa ṣe máa padà sórí ilé ìta máa gbéra wa náà mọ́ Yorùbá tá a bá fẹ́ bára wa jà níbẹ̀ jẹ́ ká bára wa jà níbẹ̀ tọ́rọ̀ wọ̀ bá yéra wa ó bẹ́ ta bọ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà yẹn agbésàbẹ̀kù àgbàlagbà ní Kóìkì wọ́n náà má sọ̀rọ̀ tán àní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà tẹ́ wà lórí ètò ẹ̀yin ayé wa o mojúbà yín o ìta bá sọ ó ti yé yín ẹgbàá bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ẹ bá àgbà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ilẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ò nílẹ̀ tẹ́ nílẹ̀ yẹn èmi kọ́ mọ nílẹ̀ àwa kọ́ la nílẹ̀ ẹ̀yin lẹ nílẹ̀ torí pé ẹ̀yin lẹ gbé wa wá síbẹ̀ ẹ wá torí tí ẹ ń rí nísìn tí kò tẹ́yìn náà lọ́rùn gbogbo àwọn tó bá ń sọ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní dúró pátá òkú kó máa wọnú ilé wọn pápápáì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ nítorí pé àwọn yẹn gangan love you hold them hand properly. Why is that shoot smaller? Is this too big for him? No, the boy is fine. Ẹ bá yẹn gbé báàgì ẹ̀ náà kí ló tẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ kó gbé. Kò ní it's not coming there. Ó ń gbé lọ sí ìkejì náà náà. Ẹ bá gbé báàgì ẹ̀ náà. So ẹ ti understand nísìn so ẹ bá wa bẹ Ṣèyí Tinubu ẹni Kóìkì ń bẹ kó bá wa sọ fún bàbá ẹ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ Rẹ̀mí Tinubu ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ wọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ politics kan lélẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìran wa là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ nísìn ọ̀rọ̀ ìran wa the future of the Yoruba people àtẹni tó ní liberal àti conservative Yorùbá ní gbogbo wa we are better off to have one formidable identity than the one created by Britain in 1914. That amalgamation is a fraud. It will not move anything further. it will rather create more problems. On that note, ìyá mi Kẹ́mi Bello, mo like glasses yín, ṣé ti sọ́mà nìyẹn, ọlábàwà pẹ̀lú yín, bàbá wa Samson Adémọ́lá Adélékè, àfojúpa yín, bàbá mi Adéolú Olúwaṣeun, Sir Lucas Mukiyin, Mr. Mujib, Ọlásùnkànmí, Ọlárẹ̀wájú Táíwò, Mr. Waheed Wasiu, Tony Aegis, bàbá lẹ́kìtì Mukiyin, tí ẹ bá ti jáde mo mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín, Mr. Shamsu Sidin, Julius Tosin, bàbá mi Adéyẹmí Ọláyẹmí Mukiyin, my brother Julius, èèyàn kan ní Koiki, kí ló ṣe super chat 1 year now, Koikimedia, YouTube, our platform monetization was removed. So I am not the only one. Only bàbá kan tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn Israel, ó máa ń gbà sí fún wọn gan. It has about good amount of followers, but your monetization. So if you want to support us, I'm sure you all know how you can do that. And if you don't have it, that's fine. I want to have a country where I can set up my own media inside the Yoruba country. If I do something wrong, let the police come and interrogate me, and then I'll obey myself. But not the one that you go and set up Koikimedia, and then one day DSS will come because I say Olori Buruku ni Tinubu, Olori Buruku ni Kinikon. All that is not going to happen. We need a system where everybody will be checkmate under the Constitution, not the one that Constitution is working for somebody here. It doesn't work for somebody there. So only the poor masses are suffering. The birds. The Yoruba people are ready to fly, but we are restricting ourselves in Nigeria. And for every day we are waking up in Nigeria right now, after knowing what we are telling, we know more. But for the fact that we know now, we should not even be waiting one day. Everybody should. Lately, around video Timo post. Una on continue sheni. Mo come. Hello, on videos here. You will cry for Nigeria. I am not making it up. You will cry. But I want your yẹn kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ pé èmi máa ń reserve ọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa. Kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ tèmi. Ó lè má jọ̀rọ̀ next year. Ó lè má jọ̀rọ̀ 2 years ago. I mean 2 years now. But màá kọ́ máa fún yín ní snip view, so that tó bá máa di pé mo fẹ́ reference and rí ní ẹ follow platform yẹn, ẹ follow YouTube channel wa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta kẹ́ máa wọ àwọn snip view kan tí mò ń jù síta. Mo fẹ́ máa fi encourage gbogbo wa ní àtẹ̀mí náà. Nàìjíríà yẹn tá a bá pín nínú Nàìjíríà yẹn ìyà jẹ ṣé gèsì gbogbo wa lára àtẹ̀mí náà. Dash me your mo kí ẹ kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ. Mo kí bàbá mi Adéyẹmí, ìyá mi mo folúwa kẹ́ mo kí yín mà. Mo kí ìyàwó Grace Olúṣòótọ́. I'm just catching up. Easy mo kí ẹ brother mi ní Miami. Shout out to all my Biafra brothers. Chuka, thank you so much. I didn't see Clement. Clement has gone to work. He has to pay his bills. Thank you so much. Mr. Everest, if I didn't catch your name, probably maybe when I come out later, if I have the time, we will do more program. I gotta go inside now. And I'm going to my Jamie and I didn't wear any. You can see my leg, or you go leg. All this time, all this Tanwiji, they want to chop my leg. I don't want Tanwiji. Prophet OLAYOMI Koiki. Enter our Instagram. Thank you so much, and the rest of you as well. Yami bring pay. All the Koikimedia team, I love you all. Mr. Kim Oluwadamilare, Google platforms, Titi Doda and Luka, Mr. Ahmed Eshegonio. Kopman said the problem is that some Yoruba will not listen to this man because of the reality he's saying. But when it comes to Shege Cruz, you will see them there. Hey, my brother, they go listen, just a matter of time. Akim Ayodele, Moke Ntewalori Mixelar. It's been a very, very busy time. Like I said, I have a lot of projects in my hand, but hopefully, one day we'll be able to share some of those little projects with us as well. But for now, they are just confidential, so it's nothing that we can discuss. But for now, all my people waiting for Twitter. I cannot see your comment, but I know you're all there, and I know half of you are Biafra. Thank you so much. Iyami Felicia Ajagbe, all the platforms. Thank you so much. Moki Momsimidada, Moki Muslim Association of Nigeria, Mr. Boboye. Shout out to you. Moki and your World Media, Mr. Moses, Triple DRS, Moki Bugua Pata Pata. Let me go inside, and like I said, if I have the strength, we'll come out again and we do some more analysis as usual. Stop saying that Kayema Soro. Part of it, somebody new will pick what we are saying, and they might reason with us, and many people might not reason with us. It is not any problem. And on that note, I say shout out to everyone. Let me see if I can recite the Yoruba anthem, off-head. I know many of you don't know it off-head, but if you see the calorie, Moki brother mi Jaya Moki gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa pátápátá nílé lóko. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ wà lórí page Aluka àti Ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá. Thank you so much. And as we leave you tonight, remember, continue. Ganiu Moki Surajo Alabi, Matthew Onochita Moki. These are teams that are working very hard. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká tún lè ṣe dáadáa fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa tó wà nílé, in the due process and due course. On that note, mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa forílẹ̀ ibi wa kàgbéga 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 falẹ̀rí ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa tẹ̀síwájú fọmọ ire àtòhun tó dára ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Yoruba nation, no going back. Thank you so much, my brother Segun Ono. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń contribute náà ní gbogbo platforms. We love you, we appreciate you. I can see a lot of you are doing a lot of donation across all the medias and international quietly. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọba, gbogbo ẹ̀yin pastors, ẹ̀yin imam, gbogbo yín ni mo kí o. Yoruba nation, no going back. On the Yoruba nation, we stand. Nothing less, nothing more. No going back. No retreat, no surrender. Thank you so much. Go now. Bye for now.